So we are talking about, again, how to plan with me using absolutely no curriculum, right? Like you have no curriculum, but you need to be able to get your children situated when it comes to ELA or ELAR, which is English, Language Arts, and Reading, okay? So if you're coming in, say, hey, what's up? Hey, Jada, if you could, please share. Let's get some people in the room. I will not be before you long, again, because I know that this is around lunchtime for you guys. That was one of the reasons I did it now, so that you guys could take a quick break, possibly be eating lunch, maybe putting the kiddos down for a nap, or maybe just able to step away for a couple of minutes while the kids are eating their lunch or doing their independent time or whatever the case may be. So I try to make it quick and fast. Listen, if you have not already, go check out the replays for all the ones that I did this week. So Tuesday, I did lesson plan with me and I did history, and I used the urban intellectual cards for that. And then on Wednesday, I did lesson plan with me again, and I did it with the Black 365 calendar. And so go check that out. And then yesterday, I did lesson plan with me doing math, right? And told you how this particular curriculum saved me completely. So go check the replay out. The replay is on my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is Sean, the Homeschool Guru. Also, if you have not signed up to be a part or subscribed to be a part of my Guru Click, please do so, because they get this information before everybody else, right? So they get the videos, they get all that stuff before everybody else. And you can do that by going to my website, which is SeanTheHomeschoolGuru.com, and just go ahead and subscribe, okay? All right. Hey, Sulu. Hey, Jada. So we're going to talk about ELA. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to use the sticky note method that I use on my computer as well. So just be prepared for that as well, just in case you're taking notes. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and what I will tell you more than anything else, let me get some sticky notes up too. What I will tell you more than anything else, and I did not realize on when I did this on Monday that you could not see my sticky notes because of the way that I was sharing my screen, that I was only sharing the screen that was online. And so if you can't see it, basically what I'm doing is I use the sticky notes that are on the computer. I don't use the sticky notes like actual physical tangible sticky notes. I use the ones that are on my desktop. And the reason why I do that is because I go from laptop to desktop doing work and lesson planning. And I can do that and paste it there. And then if I go decide to work on my desk, on my laptop, I can continue where I started. And then if I have to come back to my desktop, I can continue from where I started. So that's one of the reasons why I use it that way. So basically I'm using sticky notes that are on my desktop. Also, another good thing about those too is that I can email them to myself if I need to. So there's different things that I can do with it if I need to do it. So that's why I do it that way. Because honestly, sometimes I'm lesson planning, guys, and I'm not even at home. So sometimes I'm out and about. Maybe my kid has a lesson or my kid has something going on. Well, not right now, right, because of COVID, but has something going on. One of my kids has something that she has to do. It happens once a week, but it's 3 hours long. And so the two other kids and I, we go to Starbucks and they do their schoolwork, and I do planning and working while we're sitting there in Starbucks. And so a lot of that happens, you know, outside of the house, but I need to be able to access it easily without having a bunch of sticky notes all over the place when I'm sitting in Starbucks trying to use their free internet, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I will go here. Now, basically what I'll do, okay, so say for instance, we're working on pronouns, right? If I can type today. So say for instance, we're working on pronouns, okay? I type in pronouns. I could just flat out do it this way and then go and look at images and see if there anything that I could use based off of this. I could also do pronoun anchor chart, right? Okay, and there's different grade levels, as you can see. Let me look at my phone and make sure you can see what I'm doing. But there's different levels, right? But I would do a pronoun anchor chart. And if you're unfamiliar with anchor charts, just think of them as back when you were in school and the teachers would have the posters on the board or on the walls, and it would remind you of certain things to do when it comes to whatever, whether it's addition, math, subtraction, pronouns, verbs. It would remind you of that. So we use anchor charts in our family. But what we use is, and I was intending to get one, but what we use is the bright card stock. I can't even think of the name of it right now, and I don't even know where my kids put the ones that we have. But we use the bright cardstock, and then I laminate them, and they keep those. They have them with their schoolwork, where their schoolwork is, so they can go back to them if they need to do it. So what I would do, and you can find these guys online for free. You don't necessarily have to pay for them, but I know like some of these are teachers pay teachers things, so you would have to pay. So I would be looking for a pronoun anchor chart that would stand out to them, that I maybe could recreate or just print right on the bright colored stock paper. So I'm looking for something that is going to make sense to them, something that's quick, something that's going to stand out to them, something they will understand, right? So I'm just going to go through here and look and see what I see, like see what's going on. Nothing boring, because of course you want it to catch their eye. You want them to, even if they are not, so say for instance, they can't find their anchor chart, you still want them to be able to remember or be able to think, oh, what did I see? And the anchor chart said this. I can't find my anchor chart, but I know it says this. So let's look at this. I'm just going to look at this one. It says Peter Pan. Let's see. Peter pronoun is what it says. Takes the place of a noun. Peter pronoun takes the place of a noun. Him, her, she, it, their, I, them, you, our, he, we, you. Okay, so this is a good one. So maybe I would recreate this, but possibly not, because it's just extra work. I would just, save this and print it. Like that's what I would do, print it and then laminate it. So we have the anchor chart to go along with it while we're working on it. I would go to YouTube. Let me see. So we have that. I'm trying to see if you can see my screen switching over. Is my screen flipping, guys? It looks like it's flipping on my thing. Oh, because I'm going up above the mouse. Okay, you can see my screen. Okay, sorry guys, I want to make sure you can see everything, because I didn't realize that on the first video you couldn't see everything. Hey Rosie. Hey Rosa. So I will go to YouTube, right? YouTube.com. And I believe this is my normal account, but who cares? We'll go here and I will look up, let's look up pronouns and let's see what they have out there, right? About pronouns. Okay, what videos they have. What are pronouns? Pronouns, Schoolhouse Rock. Now I would probably do that because, I'm old school, right? That's our day, that's our time. But I need something more up to date for my kids that they're going to enjoy. So let's see, is this pronoun video for kids in first grade? Oh, they're asking a question. So let's see. Another good resource to do for homeschooling too is YouTube, of course. But there's a whole homeschool channel out there, right? It's called Homeschool Pop. And you can go on there and they have videos for absolutely any subject, any matter, anything that you can think of, they have a subject for. So I'm going to pull this up and see what it says. Hold on, let me turn my speakers on. And see what it talks about here. And see if this is something that I like. See, my kid turns my speakers down, y'all. Hold on.
Today we're going to learn about pronouns, how to use them, how to spot them, and how to have fun with them. Of course, first we got to figure this out. What is a pronoun? That's a good question. What is a pronoun?
So, I'm not going to go through all this, but say for instance, guys, that I did like this, right? Say for instance, I watched this video. It's about 10 minutes long. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. So now we have the anchor chart talking about pronouns. And now we have the YouTube video also talking about pronouns. And then what I'm going to do, you guys know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Teachers Pay Teacher, right? And I'm going to go to my favorite teacher on Teachers Pay Teacher. I'm not just going to search this. I'm going to see what she has on this. My favorite teacher on Teachers Pay Teacher is Miss P's Style. She's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go to her channel, her page, and see what she has about it, okay? If you do not follow her, you need to. She's absolutely amazing. She's an ELAR teacher, I believe, and the way she gets across the kids and the projects and all that good stuff, it's just great. So I'm going to go through here and look and see what she has concerning pronouns. You may be able to search. Let's see, can you search her stuff? No, I don't think you can. But she has over 233 products, right? And so we're going to do, let's see, her custom categories. Let's see what she's got there. Bundles. Let's see. Let's go back. Sorry, guys. Click too much. So I'm going to go to language arts and see what she has. Miss P is the bomb, y'all. If y'all don't follow Miss P, she's the bomb for real. Start following her. Let's see. What does she have? So we're talking about synonyms, show, don't tell, emotions, upper elementary writing office, which is an amazing program, data tracker, writing charts. Okay, so I don't see anything about pronouns, but basically what I would go through here, I would go through here and see. So types of punctuation, if that's something that you're working on. Let's see. Y'all bear with me to see if she has anything. And she has tons of stuff, guys. Miss P is the bomb, like in real life. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, Alondra. Let me see. Come on, computer, get with it. Let's go. Click on it. Okay. So she has a bunch of stuff, but I don't necessarily see it. So let's just say, for instance, Miss P does not have pronoun stuff. So I'm going to go and just type in a search for pronouns. Okay. Let's just do that and see what we get. So again, you have a bunch of different bundles. There's a PowerPoint bundle that's for 15 bucks. There's multi-level pronoun unit that's $14. You can pick your grade level or whatever the case, whatever it is that you need. Now, if you wanted to, you could also, I usually do this by price ascending because of the fact that you're lesson planning, right? You don't want to continue to keep paying, shoving out 10, 15 bucks, 10, 15 bucks, right? Because all of that adds up. So I tend to start free and see what I can find that matches or looks like what I need. And if I can't find what I need, then I go to the paid, right? Then I start looking for the paid. And these teachers, a lot of these teachers, guys, they spend so much time creating this stuff. Like, it's really good. Ooh, wait a minute. That's a Jeopardy game. Let's see. This one's free, grammar Jeopardy game. So let's see what it is. Okay, so it's got pronouns. It's got all of verb, tense, sentences, subject, so parts of speech. So say, for instance, we have gone through all this. We're on pronouns, but we've gone through verb, tense, sentences, subject and verb, agreement, and parts of the speech. We've done all that, right? So what I would do is I would look at this particular game. It's free. I would go through and look at her stuff, what she has, and then we would do this using PowerPoint. It's a PowerPoint presentation. So we would do this and I would incorporate that into my child's work. So again, we do ELA every single day. So we would introduce the pronouns, right? So we go through and introduce the pronouns, we talk about it, then we would go and watch the video, the YouTube video, to bring up all of the information that I just taught them. And then we would do the, we could do the Jeopardy. We could do it twice probably because my kids would love to do it. Like, they like games, they like that kind of stuff. And then we would also talk about the anchor chart, maybe even show them what the anchor chart is, and then have them create their own anchor chart that's going to make sense to them. So I've had them do that before. So instead of me sitting there actually creating the anchor chart that I think is going to work, I actually say, okay, now you create your own anchor chart and we'll laminate it and you can keep it with your stuff. So that's how you plan ELA. And again, I know that it may sound like a lot of work, but when you're doing this, especially with multi-age children, you can match it to whatever level they want, right? Whatever level they need. So if we're talking about pronouns for the younger, we can give the older one, the middle one, a more difficult worksheet. My high schooler, maybe I would have her go in to a paper or whatever the case may be, either edit her own paper trying to find the pronouns, or maybe print off something and have her going through and figuring out the pronouns and making sure that everything is in agreement and all that good stuff, that everything is working together. Hey, Loretta. So y'all let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to already stop sharing my screen, but y'all let me know if you have any questions. But it's very simple, guys. And the easiest way, to be honest, the easiest way to do that is to just, play games, make it fun, right? Because kids enjoy when it's fun. They enjoy it when it's fun. They do not enjoy it when we're sitting there barking at them, telling what they need to do. And so that was just the pronouns thing. If you wanted to do spelling, okay? So say, for instance, you want to do spelling, okay? Go online or wherever the case may be. If you guys can get out and about, go get you a Scrabble game, okay? Get them a miniature dictionary or something to that effect that they can use while they're playing the game. Now, typically, of course, during Scrabble, you wouldn't be able to use it during the game, right? However, you can adapt and change whatever you need to make it a part of your lesson. So maybe you want them, you're going to say, okay, we're going to play Scrabble. We're going to sit on the floor. We're going to sit on the floor and play Scrabble. I'll start with a word, okay? And I want you to pick a word that is difficult, more than 5 letters that goes apart with whatever's on the Scrabble board, or whatever letters you have in your little Scrabble thing. And then I want you to be able to define and write it. So, okay, look at it and it needs to be spelled correctly. So maybe they go through the dictionary and they have to spell a word and also be able to tell you what that means. And that will kind of be a search and find for them. They'll have to really look for it and make sure that they are getting the correct thing, like making sure they are finding the correct word to add on to it. But that's one thing that you could do as well, okay? Of course, word searches. We've already talked about that. You could do word searches. If you're teaching your child how to write a paragraph, you can teach them how to write a paragraph. There's all kind of things on Teachers Pay Teachers that you can do. You can also have them print like maybe a short paragraph or something to that effect. And have them edit it, see how they would edit it and see how they see it, why they see it that way. And it could be, for instance, that they are just doing that because, maybe they don't fully understand the concept of what editing is. So you may have to teach them that as well. Okay. So y'all let me know if you have any questions. Hey, Denny. Because again, I told you I won't be here with you long. And please, if you have not, go check the replays that I've done all week, right? So lesson plan with me. This is day 4 and the final day of the lesson plan with me session. But I want y'all to join me, right? Y'all ask questions, do whatever it is you got to do. So does anybody have any questions for me? Excuse me. The most important part is that you want the lessons to be engaging. You don't want it to be boring. You don't want them to be sitting there looking at you. Now, are there times that your kid is going to be looking at you crazy? Are there times that your kid is going to be complaining because they don't want to do it? Abso-freaking-lutely, like absolutely, okay? But the opportunity and the chances that you do have to make it engaging, you should be making it engaging, okay? Because that's what's going to make the difference. That's what's going to make the difference. And when I say that, of course, they're going to have days, especially if they were in traditional school, they're going to have days where they want to go back. Some will want to go back, but you have to be able to keep them engaged in what it is that whatever is going on in that moment, and make sure they're good to go. So does anybody have any questions for me? I'm looking at my phone. No? All right, so guys, again, stay tuned, okay? I need you to do me a favor. Go up to the top and set your notifications for me, because there is more coming up. This is not all that I have going on, okay? So as a part of this, there is way more coming on with the lesson planning, okay? So set your notifications, because there's some stuff coming next week and the next week after that, the week after that. And you have to be present to do whatever it is that you need to do, right? So thank y'all so much for joining me. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments and I will answer them for you. You guys have an absolutely wonderful Friday. It is the weekend. Hopefully you can get out the house and maybe go for a walk or whatever the case may be, hike, whatever it is that you may be able to do. But hopefully you're able to get outside and just enjoy being outside of the house. Not necessarily out in the middle of things, but just out in the house, right? Out of the house. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you guys again later. Thanks for joining me, guys.